Hey everybody, I'm back, and I know I haven't been doing as many videos, but the family's still recovering from COVID. Not that we're sick, but we're banned from a lot of places this last week. So I spent a lot of time with my kids. It was pretty fun to do that. I didn't have to work last week because my work didn't make me, so that was good for the family. I got to spend more time with them. But now it's going to be time to back to making more videos, trying to share more things, doing more Splinterlands stuff, doing a lot of different things, and I'm open for comments to tell me the kind of stuff you guys want to do. I know in my last community post, it seems like most people who watch my channel really want Splinterlands info and like rewards card values and where I see them going and more updates like that. So I'm going to be trying to make more short form content that covers some like small Splinterland topics and just try to maybe be putting out 2 to 3, 4 videos a week, just covering sometimes maybe just 1 to 2 cards at a time and show you what you should be keeping. If you're looking forward to that, let me know. Now, I did this post last week. I do a post on Hive every video once a week where I go over the town hall and kind of give you my opinions of it, and I give away 1,000 DEC on Hive. You just have to go ahead and do a comment here. There was only 17 comments. This is a retake of the video because I didn't like it, but P7 won, and I already sent him the coins. So congratulations to that person. And then we're going to get into the town hall recap because I want to get through this really quick and then go ahead and get into some talk about some of the different Splinterlands tokens prices and where I see them going in the near future, and then my long-term goals for those coins. So the town hall was not super like amazing. There was no super cool knowledge drops. There is this kind of repetitiveness to them if you are somebody that watches them every week, because they introduce themselves every week and who they are, but that's because there's new players coming into the game every single week. There's new people watching these, so it makes sense they do that, but it gets a little bit old. It's like, I know who you are, Aggroed, I know who you are, Chattered, I know who you are, Hardpoint, I know who Nate is, but still, it's fun. They had some extra new people actually show up this week, so we got to see Breaking Benjamin. Waffles Kitty showed up to talk about DigiCon. She's around every once in a while, really nice person, been around the project for a long time, but just is not in the AMAs that often. She'll be really active on DigiCon, so if you go, you'll get to hear her chat and everything. So make sure you attend that. We'll talk about that a little bit more. The main kind of topics was the company updates, because they are bringing on more people. They're doing a better job getting through tickets. They're doing a better job keeping the servers up and running. I agree with all of that. I don't want to spend too much time on it, though, because that's the nuts and bolts are important, but they're kind of boring, right? You want to get an idea of like, what kind of secrets did we maybe find out about, or what kind of cool things did we find out about? So we'll skip the dev updates, the support updates. The marketing updates are worth taking a look at if you didn't know about this. And the main reason for this is because we are entering a new phase of the game in the next week where packs are going to be on sale. Now, they did a 6 million pack pre-sale for big buyers if they wanted to come in, and they only sold 1.6 million, we found out in the AMA. This means that after the 2 million gets sold in phase 2, it does look like we're inching towards that number. We might end up hitting 2 million before the general sale starts. We add in the 1.6 million, we'll be at 3.6 million packs sold, and we have a total of 15 million packs to go. Will those all go in the first day? My guess is no, unless we have major buyers coming in to try to buy up all of the packs to then resell them quickly on the secondary market for like $10 a pack. That could happen, but unless you see somebody coming in and buying millions, like 5 million packs, which is $20 million, so sure, a whale could do that. We're not going to see these packs disappear probably. That means it's time to market the game, because it's a much better new player experience when you get to come into the game. You can buy a pack from Splinterlands for $4. You can buy 100 packs or 200 packs and get discounts and get bonuses. And you can come into here and you can go to the market and see that you only have to pay a few pennies or a few dollars to get new extra versions of those cards to help you level them up. It's far different than if you entered the game about 3 months ago when no packs were on sale. Untamed cards were getting very expensive. They're still very expensive. It costs like $1 for an untamed common, whereas if you look at a Chaos Legion common right now, they're a few pennies. Well, not a few pennies, but like 10, 20 cents. So that's the difference. The newer players who are coming in and getting the Chaos Legion cards, the Chaos Legion is going to have a lot of legendary cards. It's going to be a very powerful set. If those all you have, will you be able to win all the time? No, but you'll be able to compete. That's for sure. They're strong cards, strong summoners, and then maybe you'll be able to just buy those certain cards from the Untamed set that you need to compete in that new version that's coming out. Now, given we don't have a date yet for when Wild will be out, but I hope they make it a priority because I think it's important to have that other ladder that doesn't include alpha and beta cards, because you cannot compete with those if all you have is Chaos Legion cards. Those cards will absolutely destroy you. You're going to have a hard time with the Chaos Legion team versus the Untamed team until the new legendary summoners come out, because if you're getting those new legendary summoners, they'll probably be able to compete with the Jotans and the Llamas that are currently kind of dominating the game. But we don't know that for sure until we see those cards. My guess is they're going to be 6-cost legendaries, so slightly less powerful. So Jotun, Llama, and the other 7 costs might still be boss of high mana, especially the Kitty. Kitty's really good too, should mention that one. But we don't really know for sure where that's going to go. But still, we see now that they're going to be they have Brave ads, Snapchat ads, Facebook ads, billboards in Southeast Asia, because that's a big market for Splinterlands. They're doing more kind of combos with Zen Sports, and while Zen Sports is kind of a newer platform, the bigger that gets, the better those tournaments for Splinterlands was. I actually competed in their championship one, and I got mentioned on stream by Aggro, which was cool because he does kind of know who I am. But just he mentioned, oh yeah, I know Steve 82, and I played Digital Wisdom in the first round. He's a big player. I beat him, ran into Zell in the second round. He beat me. One of our matches, it was a coin flip on speed. He won the coin flip, so he won the second match, but he dominated me the first one, so he deserved the win. And then I lost, and I had to play Jace in the second round. If you know who he is, he's one of the best players in the game, usually one of the top 10 players every season in the leaderboard, one of the biggest accounts, and he crushed me in the losers bracket. I was like, man, did I lose at the wrong time? Because he got beat in the first round. I think he wasn't really paying attention. There's a joke that maybe he just loses that to go ahead and make it harder on himself to win after that with single elimination games. But that was the end of it. You also have a bunch of conferences that they're going to be at. When Splinterlands needs to be at conferences, because sometimes this project gets overlooked. I'm going to talk about one of the reasons why it might get overlooked as well as when we get into talking about the coins. And then we should see more people on Twitch. I have a question for you guys. Should I play on Twitch? Would you watch me play on Twitch? I want to see if I can set up Twitch to go ahead and stream with my YouTube, and maybe see if I can get that going. And maybe just from now on, when I'm doing my quest and stuff, I'll just go live and see if people want to check me out and play and watch me play a little bit, ask me a few questions. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But it'd be interesting to see what you guys think, if that's something that you want to be seeing. I'm also thinking about starting a brand new account with, say, like $100 and showing you how to use Hive and posting and the Splinterlands market place and everything going. But I'm only going to do that if we do get a place to where there's only, say, like 5 million packs sold, so I can show you what you can do with an account over, say, 3 months. And it will be an extra video I do every week where I recap that account and where it's going. So hopefully we don't sell out in one day, because then I can go ahead and do that. I basically want to make an account, buy, say, 20 packs, buy a spellbook, buy 20 packs. That's like $80-90. Have a little bit of money that you spend on Hive, so you can get some Hive stakes, so you can be doing Hive comments and Hive posts. I'm gonna have to get permission from the Splinterlands team to maybe get 1 extra vote a week from them. They only like to give 2 to a person. I would like my weekly video I do on YouTube to still get a vote from them, and then 2 votes for that other account, because I was going to try to show that account can get those votes from the team to get some extra money. Then you take that money, you buy more packs or you buy more cards, and then you level up the account. And it would be like kind of a fun thing to do. And then at the end of it, maybe I'd give that account away or something like that. It might be kind of a fun thing to do. So but Rondon is somebody on the Discord. I'll talk to him and see what they're looking for in the streams. As my Twitch channel has no followers, I don't think they'd want me. I'd have to build that up first, and then maybe I could get sponsored by the Splinterlands team. My YouTube has a decent amount of people, but the views are down because mostly my content haven't been making as much, and in general, crypto's just, it's not popping off right now, so people aren't turning in as much, which is kind of a bummer. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the future here. The updates on the creative side were kind of like, there's a chance we're going to start seeing short films by Splinterlands and maybe movies by Splinterlands. And that's kind of an interesting thing. Some people don't think of Splinterlands as a metaverse, but it kind of is. You know, it's a card game, but with a lot of lore built behind all of the monsters, an entire world built behind them. And now we're seeing this storyline of these different wars being put together, and eventually you could see a little Splinterlands animated movie be put together that kind of explained everything through the Chaos Legion and like all the different sets, and it would be a fun little thing. Will this game ever get to that level? I don't know. We all have to start holding our cards and start selling everything. No, but it's possible. So it's kind of interesting. They're looking for, people who might be kind of interested in that kind of thing. Digicon's coming, so that's one of the things they made up. They talked about. As you can see, they didn't touch a lot on SPS, but they did talk about the fact that it is going to be used in a lot of different places. And one of the things that we kind of learned is that land is going to be kind of an SPS sync. And when land comes out and it actually gets going, it could be one of those things that drives SPS to the next level. I'll talk about that more in a little bit. I want to get over to the CoinGecko and kind of look at the price and talk about that. One of the important things they did say is that when we get to claim our land, there's going to be 2 sets of claiming so that people can break up tracks and regions if you bought them as a group. And that's really cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to say claim your track, and instead of getting 100 lands, you're going to get 100 land reveal cards. Then you're going to go to a second transaction page and go reveal those 100 lands. So I could go ahead and reveal my track, not know what any of my lands are, and then have a token in my account that I could send to other players. And then I wouldn't be, we'd all know that like I didn't hoard all the legendary lands, because we would all go and reveal our land cards after the fact. Not important for me, but anybody in those big groups, it's good to see they're supporting you. And I know you really want your lands if you've been waiting for that region to get broken up. You've missed your chances to sell a couple if you bought a bunch, so that's kind of a bummer. They did break down there will be 14 different geography types, so that's something that's pretty, excited to finally hear. Apparently, Aggro originally wanted 30, and that number was kind of, rough. It would be really hard to get one of each kind, but Nate cut it down to 14. We also got some pictures to look at. One of the things they talked about in Rift Watchers, there was a good comment by Aggro. Let's make vouchers needed for every Rift Watcher pack. Awesome. That helps SPS because we're all getting vouchers now, but not as many. So you'd want a lot of SPS to get those valuable vouchers to get Rift Watchers. But Matt was a little hesitant to say that right now because Rift Watchers isn't coming out anytime soon. He doesn't know where the game will be at that point, and he doesn't know if he wants to necessarily require that. But I have a feeling it's going to end up happening. Now, we did learn in the airdrops, anybody that doesn't know, it's 1 card for every 300 packs that you bought. I bought 1,500 packs, so I'll get 5 cards of each one of the legendaries. I'll need 6 more of each one, so I will to get a maxed out one, so I'll be going to the market for those ones probably, or maybe just opening my packs that I have to see if I go ahead and get them. I don't know for sure. I'll decide. I'm going to do some videos of pack openings because those are always fun, and as I get my set kind of maxed out, then when I'm doing openings, I might be able to give away some of those cards when I do my openings, so it should be a fun thing. A lot of fun stuff hopefully coming up on my channel for you guys. One of the big things that they kind of hinted at, and it was kind of off the cuff, so you might not have caught it, but it is here in the recap, is that the ranked rewards system is being looked at by the team. There's a lot of complaints about the way the rewards work and that people are not necessarily incentivized to move up enough. And so maybe we need to stop giving away those leaderboard rewards to the bottom because people are getting really frustrated that they have to play a player like me who might be hanging out in silver, who has an account that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're just hanging out down there because they want to get the free items that they get, that big chunk of DEC on the leaderboard, and eventually those big number of chaos packs that'll be on the leaderboards. And so before they do that, I would like to see that done. I don't think that the top players should be able to say, hey, I don't want to complete with the top guys, so I'm going to hang out in gold or I'm going to hang out in silver, and I'm just going to dominate these guys, and I'm not going to go up because I'll just be number 1 or number 2 on the leaderboard in silver. No, if you have a deck that can be in champion, come up to champion, battle this with champion. It's a big reason why people in champion can't. It's hard to get to champion 1 anymore because you can't get enough matches against champion people, except for and you play the same people over and over again. It's really frustrating for me when I get into champion 2 or 3 and I just get stuck there because the only people I can play are like 3 or 4 people who have every single card who are up at the top and they just dominate you. Or it's really frustrating. Or you run into that guy who forgot to play for the season and he comes in and he's got better cards than me and then he dominates me. But, it's good to see that they're going to possibly revamp that. That's one of the biggest things. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at SPS. We'll do a quick refresh here. Let's see if we're still holding 16 cents. Oh, we went up a tiny bit, 16.4. So the token's down a lot. Obviously, this is not something great. From someone like me, I have not sold any of my SPS. I'm coming up on 200,000 staked here, probably in the next about week. And I've been trying to accumulate. My goal is to get 1 million of these tokens staked into the game. Now, that's a pretty lofty goal. We'll see if I can get there. I think I might be able to once the play to earn mechanics start, because I'll be able to earn it for playing it, and I get a decent amount in the airdrops. And vouchers have been very good for me, but obviously if I would have been selling the token the whole time, holding that money off to the side and coming back in at these levels, I could have got even more. So it's kind of an interesting thing you have to play out. The airdrop is still going on, and because the airdrop is still going on, some people are going to be getting these tokens and just looking to go and sell them. Also because you do have a lot of savvy investors in the Splinterlands, and they know this token might be going down, and so they could be doing exactly what I said, hoarding stables, staking them, and just getting ready to come in and buy Splinterlands when it gets down to like a nickel if it keeps getting pushed down. I don't know for sure where it's going. I still stand by my suggestion that after the airdrop ends and we're in a play to earn world and we have staked voting for governance decisions and we have the land out and fully running, that the Splinterlands token should be somewhere between a $3 and $5 token. I'm looking at that because I'm looking at the market cap of Axie Infinity. I kind of feel like if it would only be a $5 in a bull market. If we're in a kind of bear market, it might only reach like a $2 level, but that's kind of where I feel like it should be if you look at the market caps of the different games that are out there and the amount of supply that would currently be on the board. It's not an unreasonable thing to imagine. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and I said when the airdrop ends. In the next 6 months, I don't know where this token is going. I don't see it going up necessarily, but vouchers have reached the point now where there's going to be less and less and less coming into the account. They're only dropping 20,000 a day. I went from getting 50 a day to getting 17 a day. And so, the amount of them that were coming out to people are getting more than halved. So over time, we could see the voucher price start to go up a little bit. And if the voucher price goes up a little bit, as less vouchers are out there, because one of the things people don't talk about, like if you have a big buyer who wants to buy in the general sale and he wants to buy 1,000 packs and or 2,000 packs, and that 2,000 packs gets a 20% bonus, that's 400 vouchers he needs. So where's he going to get those vouchers? He has to go get them from players. Now, vouchers can't be more than $4 or they're not worth getting, but if vouchers can hold about $2 to $2.50, I think that's a pretty good amount of money for SP stakers to be making and selling to those people who go, you know what, I can get some packs now, some $2 packs by picking up these vouchers. Obviously, if you're someone who just has them, then you just get to use them. Good for you. That's really the main things that are going to support Splinterlands SPS token is governance voting, land, and the token being used for things within the game, and the voucher prices, and if they hold, and if we have enough big buyers coming into the game that want to go ahead and buy those up, because that would still be a pretty good form of income. Vouchers were great for me, but at the same time, I've lost quite a bit of value in my SPS tokens. DEC, let's see what this one did since my last video. Went up a tiny bit too. Yay, we're on the way up. So DEC is at 0.0035. Now you should know that the store values DEC at 0.001. So we are still 3.5x above the store peg for DEC. And so I see this token continuing to head down. I expect it to head down to close to that peg, and then I expect it to become too close to hold that peg. That's why I do not hold lots of DEC. I earn it, I get up to a certain amount, and I sell it or turn it into credits. I tend to, right now, I use it to buy cards. Cards are cheap. DEC is overvalued. So if cards are cheap and DEC is overvalued, then I'm getting those cards even cheaper than I should be getting them because DEC is worth more than I think it should be. And when the airdrop ends, DEC is definitely going to plummet. I think we'll see a low where it's at 0.0008 to 7. Again, not a financial advisor, but I've been playing this game for a long time and I know where dark energy crystals have been, and I see them going there again. And when they're at that level, that's when buying them is actually a discount when you're going to go buy packs because they're valued at 0.001 in the store. This is what we used to be able to do. You would go out and buy 1 million DEC for you know, $70 or whatever it would end up being, and then you'd have $100 worth of money that you could buy within the store. So it was kind of nice to be able to do that. I might have had that number wrong, but it was basically you could buy $100 worth of credit for the store for about 75 to $80, and that was pretty consistent. You can't do that anymore with this token, but that's probably where it's going to be heading, especially because once holding it for airdrop points is over, there's no real reason to hold the token. There's plenty of reasons to have the token because you can like level up guilds with it, you can start guilds, you can buy cards with it. It's a very useful token that can be dumped into a lot of different sinks, but it's definitely not meant to be held. And so a lot of people who are holding quite a bit for the airdrop will probably just be getting rid of it. Something that was mentioned in the AMA, they might have made a mistake having one DEC be worth 1 point. Probably should have been worth about a half a point. I think it created this unreal expectation of the value of dark energy crystals, and now the fact that it's going down to more where it should be, people are getting really, really mad and really upset. And I'm sorry if you bought DEC and held it forever. I think in the long run you'll be okay if you hold your SPS you earned, but you know, I can't know for sure where that's going. One thing I would like to see happen, and maybe we need to get on CoinGecko a little bit about this, but their GameFi token and their Play to Earn token do not have SPS or DEC in either one. I feel like these tokens need to be in here. It'd be very interesting to see where we rank on the list in 24-hour volume and market cap and price. Obviously, the token price wouldn't be great, but look, everybody's red, right? So we wouldn't be the only ones that are red. They're all red. So I would like to see this token get into here. Because right now it's just not here, and it doesn't make any sense to me because we are one of the top play to earn games in the whole ecosystem. Again, DigiCon 7 is coming. It's on the weekend of the 21st to the 23rd. The main date is the 22nd. I'll be there on the 22nd for sure, between 2 and 5, walking around, having some fun. I don't think I'm going to get a booth. I just haven't been making enough content, haven't really been growing my channel enough to really think that you guys would want to see me at a booth. But if I'm wrong, let me know. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Again, make sure you check out the Hive post once it's up. There'll be a link in the description, and then you can enter to win that DEC. I know it's not $10 anymore, but if you're using the DEC to buy cards, which is really what I'm hoping you're doing, then you are still getting really good value right now buying Chaos Legion cards. All right, everybody. Goodbye.